there are some examples of people who forgive really quickly that always amaze me. You're probably too young. Have you ever heard of Officer Steven McDonald?
Yes.
Officer McDonald passed, he had been given some other ranks. I don't remember what exactly, but he passed a few years ago. But I want to say in the late 80s, he was attacked. Well, he was on a patrol in Central Park. He was a New York City police officer.
He was a New York City cop.
Yeah.
The Rangers honor him every year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
He was on patrol in Central Park when he made a stop, and the young man he stopped pulled a gun and shot him. And he was a quadriplegic for the rest of his life.
Yes.
He almost died, and by some miracle he survived. And this young man who had shot him was eventually arrested. And once Officer McDonald had regained consciousness and was able to communicate anything, very early on, he publicly forgave the young man who shot him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he spent the rest of his life. Officer McDonald spent the rest of his life traveling the world talking about the power of forgiveness. And so he would come in this wheelchair, a quadriplegic. Yeah. The thing that makes the forgiveness that he offered so profound is that his son, I think, had just been born. Mm-hmm. His son was only maybe a couple months old. And so here's this man, relatively recently married, and now he can literally not hold his son. Mm-hmm. And he's speaking about forgiving the man who did this to him. Mm-hmm. And it was mind-boggling for people, just the idea that he would do it. But he talked about part of what he would speak about with forgiveness is that it doesn't do us any good to hold on to that hatred, because that's only eating us alive, right? That's only hurting us. But part of it too is by forgiving this young man, this guy had a conversion experience in jail.
Did he really?
I wouldn't call it conversion, he didn't become a Catholic, but they struck up a correspondence of some sort. Wow. And apparently when the guy was coming close to being paroled eventually after however many years in prison, they wanted to start speaking together. They wanted to go out and talk about what it means to be given that chance at forgiveness and what it means to forgive. And unfortunately, the man was killed in an accident before they could ever do that. So this young man who did this horrible thing was forgiven, right? And then died before he could really give witness to it in a public way. That's as I remember the story. I apologize. It's a little rough
was
here.
Stephen McDonald a Christian?
Who's a Catholic, devout Catholic.
I did not know that.
He spoke at my confirmation class. I always remember this. He came in, spoke at my confirmation class, and then prayed the rosary with us.
Oh my gosh.
And he would do that at every talk. He would ask people to pray the rosary with him.
Oh, I had no idea.
He was not only a witness to forgiveness, he was also a witness of the rosary. And he was just an amazing guy. I had a chance as a priest to see him once and to tell him the impact that his story had on me as a high school student. Wow. And I was so grateful that I got to tell him that. But is an incredibly inspiring figure. And so this is where I say there are some people for whom the act of forgiveness comes easy. Yeah. And it comes quickly. And there are others for whom it is a journey. And this is something that I try to tell people all the time. So again, separate from the particular context of Annunciation Catholic School and Catholic Church, separate from that context. I often talk to people who are struggling to forgive their father, their mother, their brother, a friend, whatever the situation is. They're struggling to forgive somebody for something that happened, and they're upset that there's a struggle. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I know I'm supposed to forgive, and I haven't done it yet, and I'm not doing it well enough. And what I always try to bring them back to is forgiveness takes time, and it's a journey. Yes, I want you to forgive them too, because it's good for you. As much as it's good for this person, it's good for you. I want you to forgive them, but I also don't want you to beat yourself up or think that you're doing it wrong if you're struggling to forgive. And so if somebody's struggling to forgive or struggling to believe that Jesus could love somebody who carries out a terrorist attack like this, it's okay that the struggle is there. It's okay that that's a hard thing to wrap your mind around. Don't stop trying to wrap your mind around it, and don't beat yourself up if it's a difficult concept. Don't beat yourself up if it's a struggle emotionally and spiritually and mentally. It's like that's okay.
To like and subscribe.